right, so this is part 2. It's not going to be very long, so don't worry. So we're going to just look at some examples. So we were on page 7, and we just slid our book over, and we're still on the 7. So we're going to start with 3.46 times 10 to the negative 8. It will always be times 10. It will always be one number and a decimal. So this negative tells me I'm going to move it to the left. The 8 tells me to move it 8 times. So I have this number, 3.46, and I move it 8 spots to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. My paper went off. That is where my new decimal is, and I'm going to put zeros in that spot. So this number becomes 0.0000000346. Notice, this is not how many zeros. It is how many times I moved my decimal. Now also you notice in our notes that it said that when it's a negative, it's a small number. This is a very small number. So let's look at another example. 4.831 times 10 to the 5th power. Sorry. So 4.831. It is a positive, so I'm going to move it to the right. I always think of it, it's the right thing to be positive. When we have a positive attitude, that is right. So it's positive, so we move it to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Plug in zeros. So this number is 2 zeros, 483,100. Okay, so that's what it looks like to go from a negative to a and then a positive. Now let's look at the reverse of it. So a reverse would be if I have this number, 0.0. There are 8 zeros there. 3, 1. So I want to move it to where it stops when I have a number and then a decimal. And I don't want that number to be a 0. So if I move it, I have a 0, then a decimal. A 0, then a decimal. 0, decimal. I'm going to just keep moving it. When I stop here, I have 3 and then my decimal. So that's good. So it's going to be 3.1. Always times 10. And I'm going to count my loops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I moved it 9 times. That is a small number, so it's a negative. And then let's look at a big number. Okay. When I don't see a decimal, there is a hidden decimal at the end. So I'm going to move that decimal to where it's just one number and then my decimal. So no, that's a lot of numbers. So I'm just going to keep going. Okay, if I stop there, it's 23. Nope. If I stop there, it's 2.1. I want to stop when I have just one number, so it's 2.3. Always times 10 to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's a big number, so it's positive. We will look at some more examples tomorrow, but that's where we're going to stop for today. Your second word for your warm-up is dinosaur, like rar, dinosaur. D-I-N-O-S-A-U-R. I don't care how you spell it as long as I know. Dinosaur is your second word. Your first word was in your first video. Your second word is in this video. All right, tomorrow we'll have an assignment over this and a vocabulary.